And once again, top 50 beers according to the Brewers Association.
Yeah!
Let's see what we got.
All right. We got numbers.
We got numbers.
Not necessarily in sequence.
Order. Yeah, because...
But they are in order. Just not in consecutive.
Big words. Today on Beerocrats TV. Hey Beerocrats, I'm Paulette.
And I'm Eric.
And today we are continuing down the line of the top 50 craft beers as determined by the Brewers Association.
And beer craft beers are the same as beers, but craft beers. You beer me?
That. So we have the Milk Stout from Left Hand Brewing, Brewing Company, out of Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Sixpoint, we have their Bengali out of Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, represent.
And we also have house favorite Karl Strauss with his red trolley.
Straight out of San Diego.
San Diego, which we love, which you may have heard us talk about on previous episode.
We might have. And if you already know that, that means you're a returning viewer. And oh my God, we owe you everything. Except the beer. We're going to keep
the beer.
We can't have any.
All right, so these are actually number 44, 43, and 41 because 42 is not distributed in California where we live. However, if you're in Minnesota, you're probably having some. Or is it Michigan?
Minnesota.
Yeah, I had that right the first time. Let's drink.
Let's do it!
All right.
I'm ambidextrous, so I could drink this with both my right and left hand because it's the left hand of beers.
Left Hand Brewing Company, Colorado, USA.
USA!
They have a lot of really great beers. Eric and I are delving into a territory of beers that we are not normally fans of.
Nope.
Milks, or stouts. Stouts, period. That's kind of a branch of the beer tree that we don't hang out in.
And if you are into stouts, this is no offense to you, but what the fuck?
Eric likes bitter beer. I like sour beers. Those are different branches. However, Left Hand makes some pretty great stouts. They actually have them on Nitro, which is maybe what we should have gotten.
WCW Monday Nitro?
No.
I love pro wrestling in the 90s.
Nitro adds a nice little, bubbliness to things. This looks like soda.
Yes, it does. This is super dark and carbonated.
It's a Coca-Cola. No, this is actually a milk stout, which is under the category of sweet stouts. Defined as tasting like sweet espresso or coffee and cream. And that's the only way I can drink coffee. I like coffee to be this color. Lots of milk, lots of cream, lots of sugar.
So, question. Does this milk come from cow titty?
It actually does. They add lactose to the beer, which is milk sugar.
I will not be intolerant of that for this episode.
All right, well, let's try it.
Cheers.
Bottoms up. Definitely has that roasted aroma.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like burnt coffee, though, which is usually my complaint with stouts. It's kind of mellow.
It definitely has a mellow taste to it. It doesn't punch you in the back of the throat. It doesn't make you seem like you're drinking 3-hour-old office coffee. So that sounds awful. This is a positive.
I'm not a coffee drinker.
I am. I drink black coffee, as we've discussed on previous episodes. The Left Hand Milk is the name of the beer Milk Stout?
It's Milk Stout. It's pretty generic. But they've got a cool label. Check out the little cow.
What the 5 fingers? Say the face.
It's got a cow
drink up, bitch.
Around the hand. Brewed in the banks of the mighty St. Vrain, established in 1993, roasted malt and coffee notes build the foundation for this creamy sweet stout. I think calling it sweet is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like sugar, but it doesn't taste like,
crap.
I would say that about coffee. Well, no matter what kind of coffee.
And this isn't coffee. No. Basically what we're saying is that this is a pretty good beer. Not necessarily one that we would go to because we want to drink beer, but one that's in front of us and we're enjoying through to the end.
You know what this is going to be really good with? Chocolate, s'mores, dessert. It will pair nice. And you know what? There isn't any of that acrid, super roasted bitterness that you might get out of some stouts and porters. It definitely is a lot more mellow, and that's probably from the lacto.
I dated a girl named Acrid. She was a bitch.
6% ABV, so not super alcoholic, but not the lightest beer. Only 25 IBUs, which means on the scale of 0 to all the bitterness, it's on the lower end. Because the bitterness is not coming from hops. It's coming from the roasted malts.
Okay.
Which is the grains. Super roasty grains, but not overly so.
Okay, so what do we rate this one?
Wait a second. Let's talk about ingredients.
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about what you made.
It has it on the label.
All right.
Rocky Mountain water.
Hey.
That's from Colorado.
Boiled water.
Malted barley. Lactose. Flaked oats, hops, and yeast. So, you know, the basic ingredients of a beer are water, hops, malts, and yeast.
You know, I'm starting to see a trend.
Are you?
Colorado beers might also add Rocky Mountain water.
Probably.
Which
some put it on their labels, the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for them to turn blue. That beer, not as good as this beer.
No, nowhere near as good.
I'm gonna drink some more of this. I'm pleasantly surprised that I can enjoy this. And now I really want a cookie.
It's not acrid.
I want an oatmeal raisin cookie packed full of brown sugar because that's delicious.
Brown sugar.
Really well with that.
Cooked on brown sugar.
Should we move on to our next beer?
Let's do it!
Number 43.
43!
Bring it on up.
Bengali!
Coming in at number 43 is the Sixpoint the Sixpoint Brewery. We chose the Bengali IPA
because reasons.
Because reasons. There is no rhyme to this reason other than I thought, hey, let's have an IPA.
Hey, I'm down with that. You know this.
I also like the name Bengali, which, you know, is a nod to India.
Yes, it is.
So,
which I'm down with.
Because he's married to a woman who is of Indian descent.
That's right.
India, not native.
Yeah, not Indian. I'm not married to one.
So, okay. There is a division in the American IPA category between the West Coast and the East Coast. Brooklyn is in New York.
Brooklyn, represent.
Which is on the East Coast. I am guessing this is more of a Northeast IPA style.
So more conservative?
Not quite as aggressively bitter. But I could be wrong. Have never had this. So we're about to find out.
Let's do it. Let's find out if Brooklyn is all about the hype.
Oh, yeah, I was right.
That's very good.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it's not punching you in the throat bitter. Like, if it had come out of, like...
California?
Or Oregon, or Washington, or the Northwest, where those super hoppy hops are grown.
What's that represent?
That one. This is actually, hey, Sixpoint, I like you. I have had one other one. It was called Jammer, which was a bit more sour. They were at a beer festival here in California. I think it was LA Beer Week, their kickoff. And I really liked it.
Well, I've never had anything quite like this before. Obviously, I've had IPAs.
Right, but you're not very familiar with Northeast IPAs, right? Those East Coast styles?
Have never actively sought Northeast IPAs before.
This says beer for beasts on it. They're definitely more complex, I want to say, in flavor. You get more juiciness than you get bitterness out of them.
You do.
It also doesn't stick in the back of your throat.
It's a 6.5% too, I believe. Yes, 6.5% alcohol by volume.
69 IBUs. And remember, when I couldn't drink anything above like 40.
Wow.
I know. I'm growing up.
I be you, I be me, I be drinking. This is some good shit, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, Sixpoint, you've earned your spot at number 43. Congratulations.
Well done. Way to make this and Biggie.
I don't think they're responsible for this.
Brooklyn is.
Yeah, I think these guys are millennials and they weren't even alive then.
I mean, they have t-shirts, though.
T-shirts. We should get t-shirts.
We should get t-shirts.
We're going to get t-shirts.
We're going to get Beerocrats t-shirts and we're going to sell them for $76 a pop.
17. $17.
$76.17.
Anyway, let's drink our next beer.
Okay.
Right.
What are we drinking now?
Something that looks red.
Mmm.
So we had to skip number 42 because it's out of Minnesota and they don't give it to us here.
And we're not flying to Minnesota to go pick it up.
Hell no!
No.
The Vikings are playing right now. Fuck that. I had to fly through Minnesota one time.
Yeah?
I sat in a brewery inside the airport and then couldn't get any service. So fuck you, Minnesota.
Damn.
I will instead drink number 41 on the list, which is straight out of San Diego, here in California. And we've talked about Karl Strauss before.
We have.
We had their red lager.
We did.
At an early episode where we ate it with pizza. And Eric, you ranked that your like number one beer of that entire episode.
Yeah, that was the 17 of that episode.
Yeah, it was the 17. Now the Red Trolley is one of my favorite beers.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an Irish red style, which is completely different from anything else we had. We had an IPA and a milk stout.
And now we're going to compare the colors.
Well, look at it. We have a veritable rainbow here. But I really just want to drink this beer, so let's do that.
I prefer my rainbows not to be veritable. Cheers, though.
So the thing with Irish Reds is that they're very malt forward as opposed to an IPA, which is very hop forward. And the Americans have not fucked this up yet. Americans tend to go big with everything, and by everything I mean hops.
Extreme, bro!
Right. Where do the exports originate?
Extreme sports.
Yeah, where did that come from?
Some sort of
fine old USA.
Yeah.
Everything's extreme. But
in a beer company.
Red ale, this is just a nicely balanced, very caramelly colored taste. Bless you.
Thank you.
I like this beer a lot.
Yeah, I have this by itself.
Yeah, but this is one of my go-to beers. Like,
yes.
If I am in the store and I'm like, oh, what are we buying for this weekend? This is at the top of my top 10 list, and it's actually probably in my top 5. If I'm going to be around a group of people who aren't into sours, because that can be a kind of specific thing. Our family likes sours because we've kind of trained them. But if I'm going to a party, this is something I'm taking. This is one of those 5 because it's easy to drink. It's not super alcoholic. It's not super sweet. It's not super bitter. It's just kind of like a perfect beer.
Yeah, and you could probably get that with a lot of reds. They're not too punchy. They're not overly overly flavored. They have a good amount of alcohol in them.
And they're kind of on the lighter end. I think this is a 6 or 5 something percent. It's a 5.8. So we had a question from our beer quaff.
Beer quaff.
Where would you start? And if you have never had beer, you don't mind things that are a little sweeter as opposed to a little savory, this is a really good place. Right here, Karl Strauss Red Ale, the Red Trolley.
Very good place.
It's the name is a reference to the Red Trolleys in San Diego.
Ding ding.
Where Eric used to live. You lived in San Diego for a while, didn't you?
I did live there for a couple of
weren't
years.
Super into beer at the time, though.
No, we weren't.
We really missed an opportunity there.
However, I have gone back to San Diego to visit the breweries there, and I've had a really great time, especially at Ballast Point. Shout out, Sculpin.
We got married in San Diego.
Ryan
and I,
right.
At a
Producer
brewery
Ryan.
in San Diego.
Which
because
one?
Stone
Brewery.
Whose beer I don't really care for, but
wow.
Their wedding facilities are fantastic.
Hey, good for you
and
guys.
They let you bring your own beer. Guess what we brought?
Red Trolley.
You can also get married at Karl Strauss, but you can then only have Karl Strauss beer, which is a bit limiting for us.
I haven't been there in years, but there used to be a Karl Strauss restaurant in downtown San Diego. Did they close that down? Or is it still there?
No, it's still there, and there's one in downtown LA.
Oh shit!
Which is huge, and they've got a massive list.
Oh man!
So we should make it a double date.
Yeah,
you and your wifey, and me and my hubby. Make it happen.
We're gonna do this.
Ryan works right up the street from it, so I'm actually surprised we haven't been more often.
In fact, we should probably get in contact with the managers of that particular facility and see if we could film within the facility and see what we could do.
You know what? It's kind of a concrete space, though, so noise bounces, so we'd want to be there, like, before they open.
That's why you just take the camera phone and just get this person, like, this
Hi,
distance.
how are you?
Yeah, I'm vlogging. Like, that's what you do.
So, in case we haven't said this enough times, this is great beer.
Karl Strauss, kudos to you for the red trolley. Ding, ding.
So today we tackled numbers 44, 43, and 41 of the Brewers Association's top craft breweries in the United States. We couldn't do 42 because they don't sell it here.
Yeah, it's in Minnesota, outside of our reach.
But they were all different. We had a milk stout, we had an IPA, and we had an Irish red. And they were all great on their own merits and for completely different reasons.
Yeah, I enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, I actually did too. The milk stout is a sweeter version of the typical stout, so not quite such an acrid, bitter flavor.
Acrid!
The IPAs are also bitter, but for a different reason. It's because of the hops, not the roasted malts.
A fine product of Brooklyn.
Fine product of Brooklyn. Hey, New York can send us its beer. Why can't Minnesota? And then finally we ended with what turned out to be the favorite, the San Diego Karl Strauss Red Trolley, which is just a fantastic amber-colored red ale. Nice toffee caramel flavors.
Not acrid.
Not acrid. Or bitter, which are kind of synonyms.
Synonymous.
So, Eric, would you... pulling the red trolley out of it, would you have either of these two again?
I would.
Okay.
I would pick Brooklyn's finest. Bengali.
I want to have more of their stuff.
Yes.
They have a double IPA called Resin.
Does it resonate with you?
So I'm guessing that's more West Coast than East Coast style. They have a double called High Res, or a triple called High Res, and I think like a session IPA called Low Res. And then they have a bunch of other stuff. Their website's actually funny too. They give a little explanation of all of their beers. Like this, apparently they came up with while they were on a gaming marathon.
Gaming, like video gaming?
Yes.
I like these guys already. Holler at me, Bengali, or what?
Sixpoint.
Sixpoint. Get at me. Let's get on these games and beers, man.
Hopefully they'll come to the next LA Beer Week festival kickoff, and we can see them there.
Let's go.
That's where I had them last year.
We're going to do it.
I'm sure Left Hand will be available. A lot of good stuff coming out of Colorado. So more easily available here in California than some other states' beers. And I'm going to go and enjoy this Red Trolley because I'm a big fan.
It is a very good beer, as you should. Go ahead and enjoy that.
In the meantime, why don't you tell us down in the comments what your favorite beer style is? We kind of hit a rainbow here. Are you more of a milk stout drinker, an IPA or Irish red, or maybe you're a sour drinker, or maybe something completely different we haven't even touched on here?
If it's something different that you haven't seen here, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. We might just pull from that comment and be like, hey, we got episode number 17.
17! In the meantime, find us on all your social media channels. We are Beerocrats TV at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
All across the spectrum.
All across. Eric is Lord Fonz with 2 Z's on Twitter, and Eric with a K _Fontanez at Instagram.
And this is P-Font on all those platforms because she lacks diversity. And this has been Beerocrats TV, the bureaucracy for getting you drunkacy.
I like that.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't have any left.
That's like to be you.
I'll drink out of this.
See you next time.
Hey, bureaucrats! Need more bureaucracy in your life? Here are 2 more videos you should watch.